Now, as we have completed this chapter 3, so there are question and answer which we are doing. Starting with MCQs. So the first question is: a government company is a company in which the paid up capital held by the government is not less than. Yes, type your answers. What will be the answer? Is it 49%, 51%, 50% और 25%? गवर्नमेंट का कितना शेयर कितने से कम नहीं होना चाहिए? गवर्नमेंट का शेयर एक गवर्नमेंट कंपनी
51%.
Okay, Pranav, right answer 51%. Very good. Instead, you type your answers in the private chat box so that I can get the answers of everyone. Now, second question. Centralized control in MNCs implies control exercised by A point, option A, branches, option B, subsidiaries, option C, headquarters, option D, parliament. सेंट्रलाइज कंट्रोल एमएनसीज में किसका होता है? ब्रांचेस का होता है, सब्सिडरीज का होता है, हेडक्वार्टर्स का होता है या पार्लियामेंट का होता है? Aditi, Pranav has typed the right answer. Yes. Other students type the answer. Which option is correct? Yes, type your answer. I'm waiting. Centralized control in MNCs implies control exercised by whom? मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेशंस में कंट्रोल किसका जा रहा है? ब्रांचेस कंट्रोल करते हैं, हेडक्वार्टर्स कंट्रोल करते हैं, सब्सिडरीज या पार्लियामेंट? करेक्ट आंसर इज हेडक्वार्टर्स. हेडक्वार्टर्स आर कंट्रोलिंग ऑल द ब्रांचेस. Now third question. PSEs are organizations owned by. PSEs means public sector enterprises are organizations owned by option A, joint Hindu family, option B, government, option C, foreign companies, option D, private entrepreneurs. Yes, what will be the answer? No, Pranav, your answer is not correct. Public sector enterprises. Raghav has typed the right answer, but Raghav, you must have typed it in the private chat box. Akash, answer is correct. So the correct answer is government. Public sector enterprises में प्रणव इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि public हमारी normal public involved है. Public sector enterprises में government होता है. Private sector और public sector होता है. Private sector is in the hand of private individuals and public sector is run by the government. Right? Now moving on to question number 4. Reconstruction of Sikh public sector units is taken by. Sikh public sector units is taken up by option A, MOFA, option B, MOU, option C, BIFR and option D, NRF. Sikh units जो हैं, जो units losses में चले गए हैं, उन units का revival कौन करता है? Reconstruction कौन करता है? Correct answer is option C, Board of Industrial and Financial Reconstruction. Right? That is a board made for the reconstruction of Sikh public sector units. Now question number 5. Disinvestment of PSEs implies public sector enterprises disinvestment. What is the meaning? Option A, sale of equity shares to private sector. Option B, closing down operations. Option C, investing in new areas. And option D, buying shares PSEs. What will be the answer? What will be the answer? Can anyone tell me the answer? Yes, the right answer is option A, sale of equity shares to private sector. इस इन्वेस्टमेंट का मीनिंग है जब हमने अपनी पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस जो हैं उनके शेयर्स प्राइवेट सेक्टर को सेल कर दिए. Now the last question is this topic I did yesterday when many of you were absent because of the announcement of result. Question number 6 is the equity based joint venture does not include option A, cooperative development, option B, company, and option C, partnership, and option D is limited liability partnership. Yes, what will be the answer of this MCQ? Yes, Pranav, your answer is correct. The answer is cooperative development. Correct answer you have given. Now moving on to the case studies. Case studies, otherwise we have done almost all the questions. Now we will be doing case studies of this chapter. Yes, case problems. Look at the question number 1. Jagrati Oil Refinery Limited, an Indian company, is doing very well in the domestic market. It wishes to expand its business operations in selected overseas markets. जागृति लिमिटेड ऑलरेडी हमारे डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में बहुत अच्छे से काम कर रही है, इंडियन कंपनी, एंड नाउ दिस कंपनी इज एक्सपैंडिंग it wants to expand its business to the overseas market. The management of the company is confident that its products match the international quality standard. Definitely, if we want to enter the international market, if we want to sell our product overseas, then we need to maintain good quality of the products. But the management, someone is on unmute. Please mute yourself. Someone is on unmute. But the management has so far no experience and distribution of network of operating in the foreign markets. Management has no experience that how to distribute and how to create a channel to sell goods in the foreign market. Suggest the management how to tap the resources. For example, let us assume that we have a good business and now we are thinking that we want to sell our products out of India, but our father tells us that you have no experience how to sell your goods in the foreign market and you have no information, not much knowledge about the distribution of network. So what is the option available with you? How can we tap the resources? How can we reach the foreign market? What will be your answer? Yes. Answer is joint venture. The management of the company may enter into joint venture with any company overseas to tap the resources. हम जिस कंट्री में जाना चाहते हैं, हम उस कंट्री के कंपनी में ऑलरेडी उसके साथ ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे, उसके साथ एक जॉइंट वेंचर बना लेंगे, ठीक है, एंड देन we can easily tap the resources. Then we can easily sell our products in the overseas market because we will be using the experience of that particular company. Clear about it? We will be joining hands with other people of that country. Now question number 2. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg decided to invest $50 million in Byju's, a personalized learning startup based in Bangalore. What kind of funding is this? Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he has decided that he wants to invest in Byju's. Now, all of us know what Byju's is all about. So, what kind of funding is this? This is foreign direct investment, right? And here I want to share with you one knowledge that this person, Mark Zuckerberg, he is color blind. He can like slightly, he can see colors only black, white, and blue, and still he has become so successful. So we must focus on our strengths, and we should not just feel that this is the problem with us and we cannot become so successful and all that. And now Facebook has even purchased WhatsApp, so it has become so much successful. If you will be opening WhatsApp, you will be finding that it will be written WhatsApp by Facebook. Facebook has purchased WhatsApp. So we must be focusing on our strengths and enhancing our skills all the time, and we must not focus on negativity. Now moving on to the third question. The role of public sector in the Indian economy is declining gradually due to prevailing financial sickness over the decades. The role of public sector. Public sector जो है, we have two sectors with us, public sector and private sector. Public sector का रोल जो है वो कम होता जा रहा है because public sector is not showing profits. Public sector is not पब्लिक सेक्टर के रिजल्ट्स बहुत अच्छे नहीं हैं. हमने उन्हें सिक यूनिट्स बोल दिया है. Under FDI, foreign direct investment policy, the government decided to allow foreign airlines to invest up to 49% in national airline. Government has given the option, government has decided that we will give permission to foreign airlines to invest up to 49% in our Indian airlines, right? In national airline. Air India and 51% by private airlines if government sells its stake. Name the aspects involved in the government foreign policy to bring profitability in the public sector enterprises. What will be the answer? Answer is liberalization. Liberalization. Government has become liberal. Government has given permission to the private people, to the foreign people. Liberalization when approves for FDI and privatization when approves for the private sector. Right? Clear about it? Now moving on to question number 4. This liberalization concept you will be studying in class 12 also, in 12th in the chapter 3 business environment. There is one topic, LPG model, liberalization, privatization and globalization. Now coming to the 4th point. The government permitted foreign participation in Indian companies through Economic Policy 1991. Global Healthcare Group, GUPA Singapore invested 23% in equity of Max India Limited. It resulted Max GUPA Health Insurance Company Limited. Government increased the cap of foreign participation up to 49% in healthcare companies. Max India took the advantage and divested, that means sold, its additional 26% equity to GUPA. Identify the model of business between Max India and GUPA. That means Max India and GUPA, a company coming from Singapore, an organization coming from Singapore, they are joining hands together, so that is joint venture. Now coming to the 5th case study. Government of India faced acute shortage foreign exchange. It had hardly a week's funds to meet import bill. Then The then Prime Minister took initiative to open the economy for the rest of the world. Name any two decisions taken by the then government. Government of India faced acute shortage foreign exchange. हमारे पास बहुत कम फॉरेन एक्सचेंज है, ठीक है, और हमें अपना जो इम्पोर्ट करा था इम्पोर्ट का बिल हमें डिपॉजिट करना. सो व्हाट इज द ऑप्शन अवेलेबल विद अस? अगर हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स बढ़ जाएं या लोग आकर के हमारे फॉरेन से हमारे इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, ओनली देन वी विल बी एबल टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट सिचुएशन. So what are the two decisions taken by the government? The decisions taken by the government were liberalization, privatization and globalization. You can write any of the two also, that will also be correct. Liberalization means making the economy liberal, and in this way we will be able to attract foreign investment. Okay. Now coming to question number 6. Many companies set up their business after Indian government took initiative to open the economy for FDI as the milestone of economic policy 1991. In 1991, economic policy came, and these three were the main points of the policy. LPG model, liberalization, privatization and globalization. Now the companies, after the economic policy 1991, the companies are now coming to India. These companies include Pepsi, Coke, Samsung, LG, McDonald's, Nestle, etc. What are these companies called as? What are these companies called as? These are MNCs, multinational corporations or global companies. Multinational companies.